Hi everyone. Today we're going to explain how to annotate your notes from any reading that you get for history or any other class. So I'm going to walk you through how to annotate. And first of all, what is annotate? So annotate means to take notes, to interact with the reading that you're reading, and it helps you become a better reader and find information you need. So we want you to work smarter, not harder. Okay, here we go. Here are some ways you can mark up your reading. Circle words to look up. If you don't understand a word that seems important, put a circle on it. Star important details that support your purpose. So your purpose, remember, is to find details about the consequences for different people. So if you see some information about the consequences, put a star next to that sentence. Highlight the main idea. Usually the main idea is in the first paragraph of a reading. It might be the first sentence in that first paragraph. It might be the last sentence. So when you find it, highlight that. And then a question mark if you don't understand a passage or you don't understand one of the paragraphs or some sentences, maybe put a question mark next to it and you can come back to it later. So here's our reading we're going to practice annotating with. So first I need to send the reading to Notability so that I can mark the text. So I'm sending it to Notability, add, and we're going to now have to open Notability on my iPad. So let me find it quick here. Notability. Oh, I missed it. There it is. And I'm making a new note. I can change the title of it. And then when I'm finished marking it, I can send it back if I want to. Or I can store it in Notability. So I'm going to read The Migration of the Boat People. So the first thing I'm going to circle is boat people. I don't really know what that is, but maybe if I read on, it will explain it. I can look it up later too. So next I'm going to read the first sentence. In 1954, the nation of Vietnam was divided into two distinct zones along the 17th parallel. I'm not sure what that is, so I'll circle that. A communist party governed the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, North Vietnam, and a more democratic party governed the Republic of Vietnam, South Vietnam. The Vietnam War started in 1957 when the communist Viet Cong rebelled against the South Vietnamese government. So that paragraph is just giving information about the Vietnam War, but I'm looking for the consequences, so I need to read more, maybe the next paragraph. The Vietnam War became a proxy war of the Cold War. The United States supported the government of South Vietnam and sent in the first American ground troops in 1965. 10 years later, South Vietnam's capital, Saigon, fell to the North Vietnamese forces. The fall of Saigon, later renamed Ho Chi Minh City, triggered waves of migration out of Vietnam. So that last sentence is the main idea for this passage. The fall of Saigon, later renamed Ho Chi Minh City, triggered waves of migration out of Vietnam. So that was a consequence for the people of the South. There was a lot of migration. Political oppression, poverty, and continued war were the main reasons the Vietnamese fled their country. So political oppression, poverty, and continued war were the main reasons the Vietnamese fled their country. So there's the consequences. Political oppression for people, poverty, and continued war. So as I read on, I'm going to look at the second paragraph after that that explains what is political oppression. So there's kind of my first detail. Political oppression came in the form of re-education camps. I'm going to star that and put number 1 as a detail. South Vietnamese leaders were often sentenced to attend these camps. So I don't really know what re-education camp is yet, but as I read on, maybe it will explain it. Re-education camps were political prisons where inmates were indoctrinated to the ideology of their new government. So political prisons, that's important. That's what it is. And then I'm not sure what indoctrinated means, but I can look that up to the idea. We had that word in before. So the idea of the new government. 1 million Vietnamese were sent to re-education camps. Torture was not unusual, and thousands of Vietnamese tried to escape. So now I have the first consequence, political oppression, for the people of the South. And I have some important details that support that consequence. Re-education camps were like political prisoners where people were indoctrinated. I'm going to look that word up to find out what it is. And there was torture and thousands tried to escape. So not a very nice place to be. So that would be definitely one consequence for people of the South. I'm going to keep reading and find more consequences. So I'm looking for 3 consequences for my paragraph, and I'll keep marking. So you will try it with your reading. Good luck, and let us know if you have any questions or problems.